event is all about Paul Penders, who has organised for his very good friend Gary to play this evening. He's come from Amsterdam and he is going to play a recital this evening, and Paul has very kindly agreed that the proceeds from this evening will go to the charity.
First of all, our company wants to do something good for Langkawi. Our company is quite involved in all kinds of charity things, but we have thought, what can we do for education in Langkawi? So the money that is being raised for this goes to the children from Langkawi.
Tonight I'm going to perform, first of all, a sonata in 3 movements by Beethoven, one of his most well-known, the Pathétique. And this will help also people who have never heard classical music before come to a fresh understanding of it. And I'll be very interested to know what they think. Very dramatic piece, extremely fateful, like the 5th Symphony, da-da-da-dum, but this has a different motif, but it expresses fate. Then after that, I'm going to play 3 nocturnes by Chopin. Nocturne means night music. So at night, you know, when everything is quiet and peaceful, many dreams, many fantasies. Then there's a break, and then after the intermission, I play a very beautiful sonata by Schubert that he wrote only a few weeks before he died. Schubert only lived to age 31. Now, can imagine, you know, that's too early for anybody to go. But by the time he was 31, he had written 600 songs, 9 symphonies, string quartets, musical operas. I mean, it was endless what he had done. And so we consider him a very great composer, even though he died at an early age. Well, you know, if we were to say classical playwrights, we'd be talking about Shakespeare, and in modern times, Samuel Beckett. If we talked about classical poetry, we'd talk about Goethe and Schiller in Germany, Keats, Wordsworth in England. When we talk about classical music, it's no different. These are the musicians whose work has lasted over the centuries. So you have Beethoven, you have Bach, you have Schubert, Mendelssohn, Mahler, Stravinsky. These are the classical composers, and it's not like they have wires coming out of their head or they're born classical, but it simply means that their music has lasted. It's timeless over the years. I don't think about anything when I play. I'm totally involved in the music. It's almost as if the music is sent to me, I hear it, it goes through my head, and it comes out through my hands, and I'm like a conduit for the music. I'm like a receiver, and then after I receive, I transmit. So that's what's going on. But I don't think in terms of words, emotions, feelings. They once asked Igor Stravinsky, Mr. Stravinsky, as a man whose music has influenced the 20th century, what does music express? And Stravinsky said, music expresses nothing. said, "Excuse me, Mr. Stravinsky expresses nothing, such an expressive art." He said, "Music expresses music." So when I'm up there, I'm just part of the music. That's it. Without an audience, a performer is nothing. A concert is something that happens, a combination of the performer and the audience together. They hear, they listen, they appreciate, and the strange thing is the performer is also paying attention to them. Very important. I hear what they say before the concert. When they move their programs, I hear it too. And if they're not listening or they're not involved in the music, then I have failed as a performer. I have to have them in my hand when I play. In some ways, it's a little bit like being a pilot on a 747. They're on the airplane. I have to be sure the airplane doesn't crash. I have to give them an enjoyable ride, and that's my job. What I'm hoping for is that they go out of the hall a different person from the person who came in. It may sound like an exaggeration, but people can be transformed by a single concert. It's not me. I'm only there in service of the music. I'm the pilot of the aircraft. But if I can bring the spirit of Beethoven and Schubert and Chopin alive for them, and they can walk out of the hall enriched, fuller, more inspired to lead a very full and rich life, then I've succeeded.
Is fantastic, and it's a lovely program, and I think it's great. I mean, not to have to get on a plane and go somewhere like Singapore or KL, just to have it here.
Oh, well, if you'd been watching me while I was listening, you'd have seen my excitement, because I couldn't help but smile and flow with the music. It was amazing, and we need more of this. I live in this country, I've lived here for 13 years, and for me this was absolutely wonderful, and I loved it. And I'm sure many Malaysians will enjoy it as well.